Hi there, everyone. I've been away for a few weeks. I've had a holiday, but while I was away, there have been a lot of great videos, and it's taken me a couple of weeks just to get caught up on all the wonderful videos that my YouTube friends have been putting up. And I'll tell you, when you don't watch YouTube for a couple of weeks, you can get really far behind. There are maybe hundreds of great videos that people have put up, especially in the record collecting field, and some of the themes have been very interesting. I've been watching them, enjoying them, and I don't know if I'm going to participate because I'm way behind, but I'm going to show you some albums that I've picked up in the past month or so. The first is Robin Trower, Passion. This is about 1986 or 87. Oddly enough, it's on the GNP Crescendo label. There's Robin there in the back, in the clouds. This is another late 80s, I think it's 1990, this album was Robin Trower in the Line of Fire. Now people remember Robin Trower as being kind of a Hendrix, I wouldn't call him a clone because he really did have his own thing going, but he had the three-piece kind of Hendrix sound, Stratocaster, and these last two albums I've sampled them, and they're very much kind of like a Foreigner album. It's more pop. His guitar playing is not as prominent on them. It'll take some time for me to listen to them and see whether I like them very much. It's the back cover. This album is by a one-hit wonder group called Red Eye, 1970. They had a semi-hit single called Games, which was a bit of a kind of a Crosby, Stills and Nash sounding record. It was a very nice single. We'll find out what the rest of the album's like. West, Bruce and Lang, Whatever Turns You On. Leslie West and Corky Lang were from the group Mountain, and Jack Bruce, of course, from Cream. This cover is kind of a cartoon cover. It is ugly. This is one of the worst covers I've ever seen. Flip it over. It looks like a terrible scene out of the Hoarders TV show. It's just, this is gross. Totally gross. It's a shame. I don't know what the album's like. I haven't played it yet. Leslie West's first solo album. It's called Mountain. It came out prior to Mountain with Mississippi Queen. It was produced by Felix Pappalardi, who was also in the group Mountain. He produced Cream, amongst other bands. He was kind of a Warner Brothers, or a Warner staff producer or something, I think. This is a very good album. I bought this back in the early 70s and it went missing along the way. And it's a good hard rock album. The New Colony 6, Attacking a Straw Man, and it's on Mercury. It's from the late 60s, probably about 68, I think. And the cover is almost, it's a little psychedelic, almost like a Yellow Submarine kind of thing. On RCA we have Ron Dante, Brings You Up. Now you might not recognize the name of Ron Dante, but you will recognize the name of the Archies. Ron Dante was the voice of the Archies. This is his, I think it's his first solo album, probably from around 1970. This is an earlier album, 1965. It's the end of 1965. It's on the Canadian Capital 6000 series. It's Billy J Kramer and the Dakotas, Trains and Boats and Planes, which may have been his last hit single in North America. I also have these other two Billy J Kramer albums in my collection of British Invasion records. Chris Farlow, From Here to Mama Rosa with the Hill. I'd never seen this album before, but I'm familiar with Chris Farlow. Farlow was a British kind of a bluesy R&B singer in the late 60s and the 70s. He's still touring in oldie packages over in the UK, I think. And this is from about 1970, this album. It's supposed to be fairly progressive. After leaving, or after this album, he joined the band Coliseum for a short time, and he was also in Atomic Rooster for a while. Tangerine Dream Live double album. It's called Encore. It's on Virgin Records. Pictures of the band. I guess they call it Krautrock. And the last one in this set will be one that was lent to me to listen to. I've never seen this album before. It's from 1989. It's Dion, you know, Dion DiMucci. It's called Yo Frankie. Now what's interesting about this is that it's produced by Dave Edmunds. And for those of you who know Dave Edmunds, he put out a lot of really great records in the 1970s and 80s. And he also did some production work with some other stars of the past, like Del Shannon, I think, and some others. Stray Cats. Thanks for watching.